America. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to my review of Claws, season 3, 4, episode 6. You see my hair, you want? Yeah, you see this? I was gonna like flexi ride it and do something real special to it, but then I was just like, I don't wanna, but I am going to. So we see Roller. He's trying to talk some sense into Desna. The last episode, Desna had the gun and she was like, try me. And he tells her that if she goes to the casino, she'll more than likely end up in jail or get shot on sight because the bodyguards will be there. Then we see this scene of her singing to Dean, talking about, and I am telling you. And it's like, girl, look, I know you love your brother. Okay, I do. But you really was doing TEW too much. Okay, you were. Dean, don't do that. Like, Dean is out here having sex. Dean got a whole fiance. Well, I know you want to protect Dean, but chill out. And you still being overly protective of Dean like he ain't got no whole woman. So we see Desna. She goes to the nail shop. And she tells them that Roller stopped her from pulling the gun on Mac and Melba. And she needs Virginia to go back to the motel so they can pack up their stuff and move in with Desna. Because for some reason, Desna just needs to have that control. So we see Mac. Mac is talking to Dean and saying that Dean is like a beautiful sparrow. I don't think he said a sparrow, but he said a bird. He's a beautiful bird, and his family is holding him back. And Dean is like, so that's a metaphor, right? Like I'm like one of these sister wives in like a little prairie dress. Yes. Well, no, Dean, but yes, that's the metaphor. Mac is like, you can reach your full potential with people who you want to be around you. Family is not who you're born with. Family is who you make it. So they're planting the seeds of deception into Dean's head. And honestly, Dean, please don't fall for it. There is no excuse for Dean to fall for this, except for the fact that he's tapped in on a special interest that Dean has and he's using it as leverage. Well, obviously that's what he's doing, but why? Why? So we see Polly. Polly is sitting outside the shrimp shack. Bro, every time they be eating some shrimps, I'm like, girl, I can give me some shrimp too. I can really give me some shrimp, okay? Anyway, Polly is looking sad. Roller's like, what's up, Polly? He's like, Polly is like, I had this man that I really liked, and now I'm just not with him anymore. And Roller was like, I mean, it ain't nothing wrong with a bad guy. It's not like you out here Mother Teresa or anything. So then Polly lets it slip that is somebody from Brightside, which is the name of the casino, apparently. Just found that out. Roller's like, so you having sex with somebody from the casino? She's like, no. Roller tells her that to cut that out because that's not what we doing. And you can get a roughneck like me. And Polly said it ain't the same. And honestly, Roller, who would want to make a life with you? I mean, I know Desna is, but... So we see Dean. He comes back to the motel and he sees Desna and he sees Virginia packing his stuff. And he's like, Desna, what the hell are you doing? And she's like, Dean, I just want you to be safe. You're hanging around Mac and Melba. They're not good people. I need you to be safe. I need you here with me. I need you to move in. He's like, you done held me back for too long, okay? I'm a beautiful swan. I need to spread my wings. Desna says it's some white people shit, but Dean said, no, it's some me shit, okay? I'm gone. He didn't say that yet. Dean said, I'm gone, and he left, okay? He walked right on out that door. What did you think? First of all, Dean was going to come back to the motel. There was going to be no Virginia, no clothes, no anything. And you expect him to go to your house? I think Dean would just go back to the casino and be like, okay, fuck it. I'm just about to live here. Like, So we see Quiet Ann and her cop friend Arlene. I'm gonna call her a friend. Or no, are they back together? They might be back together. And her girlfriend. And Ann is trying to like tell her that she's pregnant, but she wants to first feel how Arlene would feel about it, because last season they were supposed to adopt a baby, but you know, they got denied, or they got like waitlisted, and then all of the stuff happened and they broke up and blah 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 blah. But Anne is like, so, you know, I love how we are, you know, we just missing like a little one. And Arlene is like, I mean, after that whole adoption fiasco, I really just like having it be us two. And so Quiet Ann is all sad and stuff. So we see Desna. Desna goes back to the nail shop and she is asking Jen, why? Why must he treat me this way? Am I really that overbearing? And Jen is like, I mean, yeah. Holly is like, I know that you want him to understand, but you know, he is trying to find himself. He is trying to become his own person. So, you know, he going through something, just let him go through it. So Virginia goes to talk to Dean at the casino. And she's like, honey, can I talk to you? You want to talk about it? He's trying to play mahjong. She's talking all up in his ear. He loses mahjong. He's like, you know what, Virginia? You know what? You've been too damn needy, okay? And she been too damn needy, you know. He loves her, but what happened to the Virginia that he fell in love with? The Virginia that was sweet and kind. And I'm like, damn, is this bitch done really changed? I didn't think. I mean, Virginia got like more common sense, but I don't think she was out here just like being a bad person. Girl, I don't know. But all I know is Dean looked at her and said, I can't really be with you no more. And she was like, you breaking up with me? And he was like, yep. And he left. And I felt really bad. I really did feel bad for Virginia, because, you know, she was crying. Well, she had tears in her eyes. And all I could think about was her relationship with EJ. And now they got the green light to go ahead and be with one another. And I'm not feeling it. I'm really not. We go to see Ken. He is talking to Uncle Daddy at the rehab facility. He says that if you don't start giving me more money, or, you know, like doing something illegal so I can make the money that I was making, I'm going to have to move on, because I got a lady that I got to treat. Apparently him and Gretchen are still romantically seeing one another, and they're dating. So that's good for him. So everybody leaves from rehab. Of course, Brenda is there. Brenda is like, I don't know how to have a good time without my rum and coke. So then her and Uncle Daddy go to the casino, and I was looking at that scene, and I'm like, I love how in movies and TV shows, everybody just hitting them lucky numbers with them damn dice. How you rolling the dice and you get what you need all the time? I'm sorry, that's just me. But anyway, then they are slow dancing, and he puts his hand on her booty and she moves it up, and I guess he finds that very respectable, and they all dancing close, and I'm just ready for them to start having sex, because honestly, that's what's happening. And you can't tell me that they're gonna fall in love, because that's the creepiest. No. I know that that's not really Bryce's father, but he raised him like a son. So my father and my wife's mother are together romantically. What kind of hillbilly shit is this? No, we're not going to do that. So Virginia goes back to the nail shop, and Desna asks, how did everything go? Virginia says, look, Dean done broke up with me, okay? Dean done left me, so I'm just here by myself. All of the girls say that they will be there for her, mend her broken heart, but first they need to get Dean back and have everything be stable again, and then they'll be focused strictly on Virginia. So her father comes to her place. And one thing I don't like about Claus is how literally she be jumping from the nail salon to home to back to the nail salon to the casino to the nail salon to back, boom, bam, boom, bam, boom. And it's just like, damn, how close are these places to one another? Like, I'm sorry. So the father comes over, and the father, Calvin, tells her that he lost his job. His job didn't believe that a former crackhead just got doused with a little bit of crack, and they thought that he was doing the crack himself. So Desna's like, I'm really sorry about this. Calvin is like, it's fine. I was planning on retiring soon anyway. I would have went to the police if it wasn't for you, but I have a beach house that I want you, Dean, and I to move into and live together as a family. I don't know if she said this, but I know she said that to Dean. So I'm really confused because weren't you living with Roller? Like, no, I don't want to live with my father and I'm 30 something years old. No, you should have not did crack and raised me, and that's when we lived together and grew up. So no. So we see Virginia is looking at pictures of her and Dean, reminiscing, and obviously, of course, Eric calls and he's like, what's up? She's like, nothing, I'm just really like going through stuff right now. She starts to cry. He's like, oh, what's wrong? She's like, I really shouldn't be talking to you about this. He's like, I'm here if you need me. I can just see it now. So Desna goes to the casino in the worst disguise I've ever seen. Literally her and some sunglasses. If I see that body anywhere, I know it's Desna. Desna? The hell you doing in here, girl? Get your ass out of here. Anyway, she goes to the casino. She talks to Dean. She's like, Dean, our father has a beach house he wants us to move into, be a family. Dean is like, what? I don't care. I ain't got time for all this, okay? Look, you done been doing this all my life. You done been trying to treat me like a child. Just because I'm autistic don't mean I'm not a whole ass man and you not treating me like I'm supposed to be treated. And this is my dream. This is my passion. Doesn't like you have different passions and dreams and stripping and what else? Drawing and something else she said. And he was like, no, those were hobbies. This is my calling. Okay. And guess what? Security. And got her ass right on up out of there. And she like, really, Dean? Really? You done really fucked up with Dean. You done really fucked up. Moving on. Side note. Mac and Melba were watching the debacle happen with Dean and Desna in the office. And were they doing it? I thought maybe he was just standing behind her. But were they doing it? And why they so damn weird? Anyway, they have devised a plan to get Desna to not cross the line anymore. So we see Virginia. Of course, she's went over to see Eric. She sees Eric, and then Jen walks up, opens the door, got her daughter. And she's like, what the hell is going on here? Because they pulled their hands away. And Virginia's like, ain't nothing really going on. Then Jen is like, so you sleeping with my baby daddy? And Virginia's like, I didn't know this was your damn baby daddy. And she like, girl, we post pictures on Instagram all the time. And Virginia's like, I don't follow your ass on Instagram. And she like, you don't follow me on Instagram. I really think that's the biggest thing that Jen was a little angry about. I feel like my light is gonna die. But then she called Virginia a hoe. She said, you been a hoe since your mama picked up your daddy on the stroll. And I'm like, well, damn. What? Why you being so mean? If y'all hear noise, I'm trying to do this. And then her daughter, before she sent her out the room, was like, Mommy, why is Black Daddy with China Doll? I'm like, girl, you need to stop, okay? You're teaching your children bad habits. But she goes back, she gets her daughter, and she says this custody agreement ain't working out. And she walks out the door. And then before, she officially leaves, she says, and I hope you like my herpes, bitch. And then Virginia's looking at Eric like, so Dean is in Mac and Melba's office. They tell him that they should all go live on this island, and the island is where the school is going to be built. And they say a bunch of other stuff that I can't remember. And then they ask him what he's doing tomorrow night because they have a special surprise for him. So we see Roller and Desna. I don't know if I told you, but they devised a plan to get the casino back going through the governor. There we go. They go to talk to the governor and let him know that they know about Trip and the private prisons, and he tells them to leave, and he's like, I ain't playing with y'all, get the fuck out of here. So they go back to the nail shop, and Roller is like, hey Polly, you should ask your nigga from Brightside to help. And Polly is like, I don't know what you're talking about. And Roller is like, you know, your nigga that you messing with from Brightside. Desna is like, you having sex with Joe? Like, what are you talking about? You sleeping with the opposition? Like, what's wrong with you? And then Quiet Ann and Polly get into it because Quiet Ann basically used her vagina for good and got information about the Frenchman, and he's being investigated for fraud. So now they can use that information to blackmail him, and Polly was just sleeping around to sleep around. We don't do that out here, okay? If we out here being gangsters, then we can't be sleeping with niggas who kill people. That's not on our side. You know what I mean? Somebody told Mac and Melba that Desna went to the governor. I guess it was the governor. And then Mac and Melba was like, we need to accelerate this plan. We need to kill the bitch. So we see Quiet Ann and Desna. They go to the Frenchman's house. And the Frenchman is like, bro, chill out. Like, my wife is here. And she like, look, tell us what the judge got going on, or I'm going to tell your wife that we was sleeping together. And he was like, it's going to be your word against mine. And she was like, okay, well then tell her I'm pregnant. And he was like, that could be anybody's baby. And she was like, well, let's just wait till a DNA test come out and we do it like that. So he tells her that there is a judge who is helping the governor rinse money. Something else that they said, but I can't really remember. So as Desna and Quiet Ann are walking away, Desna is like, it's crazy that you just told him that you was pregnant. That's like absolutely genius. And Quiet Ann is like, no, I really am pregnant. Desna is like, so have you told Arlene? Ann is like, no, I don't know. Like, I don't know if she wants to have a child. And Desna is like, well, if y'all want to make this work, if y'all want to be together, it's only going to work if you be completely honest with her. So this convinces Ann to tell Arlene. So we see Jen and Bryce. They are at the shrimp shack, and Jen has been going on talking about how disrespected she feels by Virginia talking to EJ. And Bryce is like, why do you even care? I mean, it sounds like you jealous. Like, you already got a man, you already got somebody. Even if, like, you don't like the situation, then why don't you just forgive them for your own happiness and your own sake, and to clear your own conscience? So that makes what's her name, Jen, realize and see the light. I want my camera to focus. So we see Calvin. He goes to talk to Desna at her house, and he tells her that she needs to come with him. She says, I'm not going to come with you without Dean. He says, okay, well, I'm still going to go. Just let me know if you need anything. I'm always here for you. I love you, blah, blah, blah. So they have a nice little moment. We see the scene where Ken and his lady go to some weird-ass party, obviously hosted by Mac and Melba. Melba is giving birth. Melba gives birth to Dean. Then Melba passes out. Then Ken pumps her heart, I guess, with something. I can't remember the drug name. Or adrenaline. Let's just say it was adrenaline. And that turns Gretchen on, Ken's girlfriend. So they go in the woods and put on skunk costumes and have sexual relations. And both of those scenes were scenes that I could have done without. Okay. So Roller and Desna are in the bathroom. Desna is trying to figure out how she's going to like get this information and how everything is gonna go. And Roller tells her that it's in the details. Just think about the details. So she starts thinking about how, a lot of people get manicures. You can go to one manicurist, manicure to one manicure, and then get all the information. So that's what she does. Not Jen. The lady who ends up giving her the information is Juicy from Little Women, and she like, here you go, girl, this got everything that you need. So she sees an actual paper trail of everything. We then see Jen. She goes to tell Virginia that she's sorry, that she loves her, and that she needs to follow her on Instagram, and that she just wants her to be happy. And so they hug and they make up, and they're friends again. Oh, and then Virginia was like, "Do you really have herpes?" And she was like, yeah, that was the only thing that I said that was real. So we see Anne. Anne goes to tell Arlene that she's pregnant, and Arlene said, "I'm gonna need one quick moment," and she just left. I don't know if it was a different night or if it was the same night, because Arlene came back, like she came to the shop where Anne was cleaning up, but she had on the same clothes. And she told Anne that she loved her and she wanted to marry her. And the adoption was one thing, but this is another thing. Like, this is, our baby. We're actually having a baby, and now they're in love. They're happy. So we see Desna and Jen. They go to the campaign trail to see the governor. After he gets off the stage, they give him the information and tell him that they know all about the illegalness that's going on, and she promises him that she can watch his money better than the casino can, because obviously, girl, this is your business, washing money. So what I'm trying to figure out is, when he was talking and saying how, Mac and Melba's casino isn't on Native American land and blah 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 and all of that, was Jen recording him? Because that's the only logical explanation that I would have. And they full gangsters with full sets. Okay, they used to play that commercial all the time during the playoffs, so I'm really happy to see the scene so I can get it over with. So we see Uncle Daddy. He asks Brenda out again, but Brenda turns him down because Brenda says, "I just need a nice at-home man, who likes to trim bonsai trees and watch TV and do all of this." And Uncle Daddy is very enamored with the fact that she likes bonsai trees, because so does he. So they sit there and they trim their bonsai trees and they spray gin on them because that makes them grow more beautiful and leafier. I don't know. Then we see Desna and the governor. They go to the casino. They walking hand in hand, Desna, that bitch again. Mac and Melba is like, what the hell is going on? The governor tells them that the private prison deal is off, and Desna says, "I want 100% control of the casino." They tell her that that's not going to be possible because they go through the biggest money launderers in the state, I think they said, and if somebody finds out about this from up there, all them motherfuckers dead. So then they said something like, and plus I have a son to live for. Something Melba said. And Desna was like, "You don't have no damn son, you dingbat." And then Dean comes up there with his damn ascot on. And apparently they legally adopted him yesterday, which is weird because can you legally adopt a grown up? He's not dependent. Anyway. Y'all, I done been doing this for a really long time, it seems like, so I'm done. If y'all like this review, you can like, comment, and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and everything you need to know about me will be in the bottom bar below. My name is Brielle. I make beats, I sing songs. If you like what you see, come on along. Bye!